So, we're back with another edition of NFL Week number 16 picks, brought to you by Donnelly, who lost at fantasy. That's right, he lost at fantasy to yours truly.
I got smoked in all three pools last week.
Hey, I smoked you.
I'm
not even the one who makes these picks. I whitewashed you. I made sure you didn't have a chance at fantasy football.
Yeah. The amazing thing in that pool, though, well, it's typical for fantasy football. Both number 2 and 1 and 2 seeds are both out.
Because I sneak attack you.
First round of the playoffs, 1 and 2 seeds.
Because I sneak attack the whole league.
Yeah. Well, you got a chance to win the championship here, so.
All right, here we go. We're back at it. Yeah, but I'm going against your uncle, so that should be interesting. But I'll take him out, and that will be a big deal.
It'll be interesting because he's a fairly heavy-duty football fan himself, Bears guy. So.
Oh, so if I beat him and you, I really deserve a prize because.
I'll send you something nice in the mail.
Great.
I'll enroll you in the Underpants of the Month Club.
I am looking forward to it with spades. All right, how did you do last week, Mr. Donnelly? 12-4. He's back at it, boys and girls.
12-4.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's back at it. What's your overall record?
143.5 to 77.5.
That is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's all right. I don't mind.
All right, so this week's game, doesn't look like we have a Thursday night game, so we're moving right into Saturday. We got the Falcons heading into the Lions. Falcons 12-2, great season so far. Lions disappointing 4-10.
I got the Falcons in Detroit with a win.
With a win. Do you go with your Saints, who are 6-8 in the season, or do you take the Cowboys, who stunned the Steelers last week and going 8-6 on the season?
I got the Saints. I'm going to go with the Saints again. Surprise, surprise. The Cowboys to me are, I've said almost every week, they're a laughing stock. Them and the Jets. I just don't know which team's going to show up week to week. All
right. We got the Titans 5-9 heading into the 10-4 Packers, who seem to be really heating up lately.
Yeah, I like the Packers in this one for sure. I just don't think the Titans have enough mojo, so to speak.
Yeah, that's a real, shot in the dark there, Dolly.
No music miracle for that game.
Colts 9-5 going into the 2-12 Chiefs. I think you like the Chiefs here, don't you?
No.
Oh.
No. That's a home team. That's a bit of a travel schedule for the Colts, but I'm still going to pick the Colts over the Chiefs. Chiefs are in big trouble. First overall pick next year for the Chiefs. Probably
going to a quarterback, I would imagine. Matt Castle's not the guy there, is he?
They can go for anything. They get a new mascot for all I care. They got nothing there.
All right, I'm looking at the next game. This is an interesting one because it's a big rivalry. Neither team's going to the playoffs. 5-9 Bills, 6-8 Dolphins. Who do you like there? I know you like the Bills.
This is in Miami, so I'm going against the usual grain of things. I'm going to pick the Dolphins.
But you love the Bills.
Bills rock. The Bills just absolutely rock. Glad to see that the Toronto experiment may be coming to an end because I could not have a worse team for me coming to Toronto every year to play pro football.
And now you get nobody. All right, so we got the Chargers.
Well, hopefully somebody else shows up.
5-9 with the Jets 6-8.
I get the Chargers. Chargers are going to take that one because the Jets are the Jets, and it's they've got Rory McIlroy. Sorry, not Rory McIlroy. The other McIlroy starting at quarterback this weekend.
It'd be interesting if Rory McIlroy was the quarterback.
He could probably score more points than the Jets.
Well, could be interesting. Redskins. Looks like RG3 is coming back. They're going into the Eagles 4-10.
Yeah, RG3 practiced Wednesday. First time he's been at a full participant in practice since spraining his knee. He has to go in Thursday to see some doctors. If they clear him, he will start. I'm going with the Redskins regardless of RG3 play.
Next game, I think, is probably maybe the most intriguing game of the schedule. We have the Bengals, who are 8-6, heading into the Steelers 7-7. The Steelers have lost 2 in a row with Roethlisberger back in the lineup. It's a do or die for the Steelers, I would imagine, at this point. So, who do you got in this one?
Well, I have the Steelers, but you're right. This is a really, really crucial game. This is a divisional matchup. And the Bengals have come on really strong as of late. Their defense is incredible lately, whereas the Steelers start out strong and have sort of faltered throughout the rest of the regular season. So, two teams going in the opposite directions, but I am going to take the Steelers at home, and I'm expecting that Steeler myth, those Steeler ghosts, to rise up and and take a late game in the season against a divisional rival at home.
So, and just sticking with this game, I'm assuming, and you might know this, you may not, but the Steelers win, they're 8-7. Bengals win or lose 8-7. Bengals, or the Steelers won in Cincinnati, so therefore they'd be the team to go on.
I believe that's the way we have it set up. Is the Steelers have the tiebreaker in that series.
So okay, so there it is.
Looking for the Ravens. The Ravens are the team in that division that's right up there. So.
Rams, Bucks. We got the Rams at 6-7, sort of coming on a little bit lately. Buccaneers 6-8, and Freeman looks like he's the real deal.
Yeah, Freeman's look good. A big addition to that club. Well, two of them really. Doug Martin, running back, and Vincent Jackson, wide receiver, really helped Freeman this year. So I've got the Bucks in that game at home. Although, like you said, the Rams have had a very interesting second half.
Your favorite, the Raiders, 4-10, heading into the 5-9 Panthers. Is Cam Newton going to take it out on them, or do you have your Raiders taking them out?
Well, the interesting thing about this is that the Raiders their defense is still not that great against the pass or the run. And Newton is both their leading passer and their leading rusher. So it could be an interesting game for the Raiders, especially traveling to Carolina. It's a long travel trip. It's a long trip for them this week. Wow. Get some sleep, buddy. And I still think I'm going to pick the Raiders in this one, even though their road record is absolutely atrocious at 1-5. So Raiders.
I sleep well. Don't worry. Okay. Oh, you're talking yourself. Patriots 10-4. Jags 2-12.
It's an easy one. Patriots.
Oh, I thought you were going to go to Jags easy.
No,
I guess Patriots.
Not at all.
We got the next 1 o'clock game, last 1 o'clock game of the day. We got the Vikings 8-6, Texans 12-2. This is a tough one.
This one it is. Based on records, the Texans look like an absolute favorite in this one. But the Vikings have been coming on strong, and they are riding Adrian Peterson. They want Peterson to break the rushing record this year. And I don't know, I think they're just going to run the crap out of him. And I don't know what that Texans defense, which is pretty good, is going to do. But it's going to be a good matchup. I just hope the Texans can stand up to them, which I think overall they are a better team on paper, and they will be the better team. So I've got the Texans winning that game.
All right, the first 4 o'clock game, we got the Browns 5-9. Probably going to take them, right, over the 11-3 Broncos?
Absolutely. I've got the Browns coming in the Mile High and stomping all over Peyton. No, just kidding. I have Peyton Manning winning that game in a landslide. That's one I'm not even going to really watch.
All right, we got the Bears 8-6 this season, going into the Cardinals 5-9. I'm assuming the Bears take this one.
Bears should take this one, although Arizona, they were one of those teams at the start of the year that was supposed to be better than this based on a lot of experts' picks. Closer to 500, I would have thought. But yeah, I've got the Bears. The Bears need this game bad.
Next game should be a really intriguing one. 4:25 game time start. Giants 8-6, Ravens 9-5. Ravens sort of struggling a bit to get through the last couple of games, but assuming they get through it, they should take the division title. If they don't, I think the division title is up for grabs, I guess.
It's going to be interesting. Sorry, keep going.
No, who do you got?
I've got the Ravens. Now, you're right. The Ravens fired their offensive coordinator not too long ago, and the Giants have struggled a little bit lately too. But I like the Ravens at home again. And the Giants need this game too. I mean, both divisions are very interesting, and they come right down to the wire most likely. This is a great game. I like the fact that these two teams are going to go at it. This is going to be very, very interesting. But I've got the Ravens winning that one at home.
Okay, without a Monday nighter this week, we have a Sunday nighter for the ages. I don't know if it's for the ages, but it seems like to be a good matchup. We got the 10-3-1 49ers, seem to be sort of back on the roll of things lately, and the Seahawks, who are 9-5 but 6-0 at home.
Yeah, well, this is another divisional matchup. This is that NFC West, and this was the weakest division in football, laughable division a couple of years ago. And you look at these two teams, what they've done. It's incredible this year that they're going to battle for not only for the division title, or have been battling for the division title, but both these teams probably could be in the playoffs this year. I'm going to give the edge to the Seahawks because they're just unbeatable at home, even though the 49ers are a really, really good team. Even with all the controversy around Alex Smith, I think the 49ers could be a great team that could be in the Super Bowl for all that matters. But I got the Seahawks at home here. This is a tough team to beat at home. All
right, every week we do sort of back or forth. Who do you got either one game? We've obviously gone through a lot of games that seem like it could be a pick'em. Who do you got as the game of the week to watch?
The game of the week for me is that Ravens-Giants game. I think that one has the most implications because of all the principles in that one. I mean, Eli Manning has not performed overly great lately, but he is that clutch quarterback, and the Giants are down to crunch time in that division. This is the game where they should be. This is the time of the year where they should be just rolling. And the Ravens were on fire early on, absolutely on fire, and they've really tanked lately. Ray Rice has had horrible production numbers the last few weeks, and if they're going to do anything, they got to do it now. They got to do now. And so that game to me is the game of the week. And if there's a team that I'm going to flip on, it's the Ravens and the Giants game. I can see the Giants very easily taking that one. That one's a bit of a coin flip for me.
Now, I see you got two stars besides Steelers and the Seahawks. Do you see those as also close games?
Absolutely. That Seahawks 49ers game and the Steelers Bengals games are a game. Those three games for me are fantastic, including the Ravens Giants. I mean, if you're going to watch three games, those are the ones that, if you can, just be flipping back and forth. Well, I think the Steelers game is at 1 o'clock, and you've got the Ravens Giants at 4. And you've got the 8:20 game of the 49ers Seahawks.
So there you go. There might be your Sunday viewing.
That could be it.
Right
from the moment you get up at 9 a.m. Sunday morning when the pregame start to tune into all those games and just keep watching them. Although, for me, the Raiders game is going to be on as much as I can.
Shocking. All right, we got Ryan did 12-4 last week. He's 143.5 to 77.5. Let's see if he can get over that hump of over 2 2/3 right. Once again, he's on Twitter, which is
at @rdon, D-O-N, 1 sec left.
And you can follow us on Twitter as well at 1 sec left on Twitter. Stay with us, guys.